Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button. And give this video a like up. Bold and the beautiful honed in on R.G. Forrester's vast array of facial expressions, which he can fire off rapidly within a short conversation on the CBS soap. Viewers suggest R.J. often looks like he smells something foul, even when the scene doesn't call for much expression. So what does B&B have in store for this young man, besides evoking more distressing looks on his face? R.G. Forrester, Joshua Hoffman, hit LA and drifted without a storyline. Then Luna Nozawa, Lisa Yamada, entered the scene, giving R.G. his first big love interest. But this played out more like puppy love. This duo lacked steamy love scenes. They did not offer the bold and the beautiful viewers many love scenes at all. Luna confessed her grand plan to Steffi Forrester, Jacqueline Massinswood, while she held her captive. So the bold and the beautiful fans learned R.J.'s love bloomed, but it became one-sided. Luna thought of him as a boy, but she also used him as a way into the Forrester fortune. That is until the bigger bank account belonging to Bill Spencer became within her reach. Then R.J. became obsolete. When R.J. discovered the truth about Luna, he didn't say much. Sure, he whined a bit about this being his fault for bringing her into the family. But his face shakes, rattles, and rolls as his family discusses Luna's deeds in the shots above. So do these facial expressions best express sadness over Luna? Or should they be reserved for when he suffers from a toothache? When R.G. first hit the bold and the beautiful scene, it looked like he'd be the Forrester Logan golden boy. With Ridge Forrester, Thorsten Kaye, and Brooke Logan, Catherine Kelly Lang, as parents, fans thought he would be the favorite offspring. R.G. was dubbed the Anointed One for a short time when Zen DeForester, Delon DeMetz, tangled with Luna. But today, he's treated pretty much just like the rest of the brood. Still, Bold and the beautiful fans recently noticed something that sets him apart from the rest of the soap's characters. No one since Charlie Weber, Dick Christie, has been as animated as R.G. Forrester with their facial expressions. But Charlie's exaggerated grins and smiles usually fit his mood. They also coincide with what's going on with Charlie at the moment. But R.G.'s got the opposite going on. Even when he cracks a smile, it looks like it causes him some pain. The fleet of R.G.'s headshots below emerged in less than a minute. He was intently listening to his brother-in-law when those expressions bloomed. But bold and beautiful fans suggest the different looks on his face often fall on the spectrum of smelling something stinky. R.G. Forrester's expressions are exaggerated, so it is hard to decipher what emotion he is trying to bring to the surface. But until Bold and the Beautiful finds the youngest Forrester son a storyline with more lines than facial grimaces, fans have no recourse. All they can do is watch his face and take their best guess on where he's headed. So, until more lines fall to this Forrester son, fans will watch R.G. Forrester cringe, roll his eyes, scowl, squint his eyes, and play out various emotions on his face. Even if those emotions don't fit a scene, R.G. Forrester likely has an expression just waiting to surface on the CBS soap. It was a day like any other in the sun-drenched halls of Forrester Creations. Silken fabrics flowed from mannequins like waterfalls, the scent of high fashion lingering like expensive perfume. Designers darted in and out of offices, sketches flapping, voices whispering sweet nothings or sharp barbs. But somewhere amidst the glamour, behind the neatly pressed linen and glossy lips, a sour note disrupted the melody of beauty. R.G. stood in the corner of the design studio, brows furrowed, lips twisted into something between revulsion and suspicion. His blue eyes narrowed as he surveyed the room like a detective who'd just smelled a lie. It wasn't the elegant chaos of fabric samples or the mounting tension over the upcoming line that caught his attention. It was something else. Something off. Not literally, perhaps, not at first, but in soap opera logic, a grimace is never just a grimace. It's a signal, a warning flare, a thundercloud on a sunny day. And this grimace? This was a 10 on the dramatic scale. Was it the faint smell of betrayal that wafted through the air, just out of reach but undeniably present? Had someone doused themselves in too much guilt and not enough cologne? RJ, no stranger to family dysfunction and fashion feuds, seemed to sense a shift in the universe. He tilted his head, subtle but pointed, just enough to catch a flash of movement near the elevators. There she was, Luna, seemingly innocent, nervously smoothing her blouse and avoiding eye contact. RJ's gaze locked onto her like a hawk. Was she hiding something? And with that, RJ, ever the quiet observer turned accidental protagonist, began his journey to uncover what lay beneath the surface of designer glam and stitched secrets. Let's consider the possibilities. RJ's grimace could be caused by any number of things, and in the volatile world of the bold and the beautiful, the stench could take many forms. And so RJ began to dig, not with shovels, but with sharp looks, vague questions, and brooding silence. The next few days saw him lurking in hallways, listening outside doors, peering through barely opened blinds. Classic soap sleuthing. He wasn't paranoid, he was fashionably skeptical. Meanwhile, Luna's behavior grew more erratic. She flinched when RJ entered a room. She fumbled with her sketches, her phone, even her lipstick. Was she hiding an affair, a lie, a surprise design for a rival house? Then came Zend, as smug as ever, his laughter a bit too loud, his compliments a bit too sharp. RJ noticed how he hovered a little too long near Luna's workstation. Had RJ's cousin returned to his scheming ways? And what about Thomas? Fresh off his latest redemption arc, Thomas claimed to be reborn, zen, centered, focused, but RJ didn't buy it, not entirely. The stench RJ sensed wasn't just metaphorical anymore. It was spreading, like mildew behind a wallpapered wall. It didn't help that the office fridge had mysteriously died over the weekend, and someone's forgotten sushi had become a silent, foul-smelling accomplice in the growing paranoia. But RJ wasn't just wrinkling his nose at bad seafood. His grimace deepened during every meeting, every close-lipped whisper between coworkers, every perfectly timed text message that made Luna's eyes dart to the hallway. RJ, casually skimming through his messages, opened a file meant for someone else. It was an early preview of a design for a new collaboration, but the credits didn't match the contributors. Luna's name was on the sketches, but Zendi's initials were on the presentation. A quiet design theft, an internal power play, whatever it was, it reeked of ambition and deceit. He stormed down the corridor, face tense, the air around him electric. Confrontation was imminent. Luna turned, startled, eyes wide. Zendi swaggered into the room behind her, cocky grin already fading. As the truth unraveled, an unauthorized collaboration pitched behind RJ's back, Luna caught in the middle, Zend pushing boundaries to gain leverage in the company. It became clear that RJ's intuition, that little curl of the lip and furrow of the brow, had been the only early warning. And while sushi was indeed removed from the office fridge, thanks to Pam, the real rot was in the relationships, the ethics, the manipulation that had started in the shadows. In a world where beauty is curated and drama is haute couture, RJ's face was the Fashion Week headline we didn't know we needed. His grimace wasn't just disgust, it was instinct. A beacon. A flare gun fired across the Forrester skyline. So the next time RJ makes that face, take notice. Because in the bold and the beautiful, every twitch of an eyebrow or curl of the lip could mean the difference between a love triangle and a corporate mutiny.